Good evening, buenas tardes. I would like to call the regular meeting of the school board to order. Secretary, please call the roll.
Valencia,
Here.
Cifuentes, absent. Reyes,
Here.
Lache,
Here.
Olivas,
Here.
Moreno, absent. And Johnson?
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to move on to our public comments. To speak at the board meeting, you might have signed in before 7 p.m. Everyone who has signed in before the meeting will be called upon to speak at the here and on front. Please respect the 3-minute limits, respect the confidentiality of students and staff, and keep your comments appropriate. First speaker, Merle.
Hello, board and community. My name's Merle Heron, 723 Bang Street, Aurora, Illinois. District employee, EA grad, class of 1983, and also a union steward with SEIU Local 73. And I'd just like to address, just to say, Dr. Halverson, we want to say thank you for meeting with us on June 5th and opening yourself up to us, letting us know your plan, your goals for servant leadership. We love it. And we have a bunch of our constituents here, after being encouraged by your gracious attitude towards us. We're looking forward to getting to know you better and having that's a little early, getting to, wow, I have to laugh, okay. No, but I just want to say thank you so much for that, looking at that. And as I said to you, appreciate you're just talking about your roots with District 131. We're looking forward to that. Somebody who's well-rooted. And by the way, the armbrusts say hello. And I was also looking at your dissertation, actually, and I love the fact, Robert Greenleaf's theory of servant leadership. I've just started reading into that. I am so looking forward to this, and thank you. It's refreshing, and I'm looking forward to spread out throughout the district. Thank you very much.
Next, Jose Antonio, and he does need an interpreter.
Ok. Buenas tardes a distinguidos miembros de esta mesa directiva.
Good evening, distinguished board members.
Ok, la razón que estamos el día de hoy aquí, el equipo de Building and Ground, custodios de delivery, de correo, jardineros y almacenistas, es para hacer un acto de presencia y gratitud. Precisamente por la misma razón que decía Morrow. El pasado junio 15 tuvimos la oportunidad de estar con el doctor Halverson.
The reason for us being here today is to give groundskeepers, masonaries, and other workers at the Building and Grounds Department a chance to express their gratitude.
Usted nos hizo una pregunta, que cuáles eran las cosas importantes que nosotros veíamos que estaban pasando.
You asked us a question that was, what do you want? What's our perspective? What do you think we see that is most important for us to accomplish?
Precisamente la manera en la que usted amablemente se acercó a nosotros nos abre las puertas, nos da la oportunidad de sentirnos apoyados e importantes. Muchas gracias por ese apoyo.
Precisely the way that you amicably embraced us and allowed us to speak, and that just shows your support, and we're really thankful for that.
Queremos agradecer también a toda la mesa directiva porque sabemos que todos están trabajando muy fuertemente. Nosotros somos parte de esta comunidad. Yo tengo 3 hijos en este distrito. De hecho, uno se acaba de graduar y ahora está en la Universidad de Chicago.
Uh, ¿Cuál fue la primera oración?
Les queremos agradecer. Nosotros somos parte de esta comunidad.
We want to thank you. We're all part of this community. I have 3 children that go to the district, and one is currently attending the University of Chicago.
Todos han recibido el beneficio del arduo trabajo de este distrito y estamos agradecidos por ello. Y queremos que tomen en cuenta que nosotros estamos preparando para las negociaciones de nuestro nuevo contrato.
Each one of us here has benefited from the hard work of the district, and we want you to know that we are preparing for new negotiations for our new contract.
Ustedes verán que están aquí mis compañeros, algunos de ellos acaban de salir del trabajo. Se vinieron porque queremos dar el rostro a ustedes en gratitud y sabiendo que somos una sola organización. Estamos todos unidos por el bien de nuestros niños. Literalmente, mis hijos, pero los hijos de toda nuestra comunidad.
As you can see today, I brought all my brothers and sisters here, some of them coming straight from work to express that we are all one organization and we are all united for the well-being of our children.
También quiero pedir disculpas por los momentos en los que parece que exigimos demasiado. Por ejemplo, en el trabajo con nuestro director, en la ocasión anterior lo hicimos pasar un momento difícil. Es un gran hombre, es un gran director, queremos seguir trabajando con él, queremos seguir apoyándolo y queremos seguir bajo la dirección de ustedes en todo lo que ustedes nos indiquen.
We would also like to use this opportunity to ask you to excuse us for each time it seems that we demand a little bit too much, especially with regards to the previous director. We tried to work with him, and well, we're looking to. ¿Cuál fue la última oración?
Queremos seguir trabajando bajo su dirección.
We want to continue working under your leadership.
Eso es todo. Solamente quiero agradecer a Rafael porque me hace sentir orgulloso. Mi hijo pequeño también se llama Rafael. So I promise the next time I will do in the speech in English. So I'm working on this. I'm working on this, but sentimos orgullosos de ser latinos. Esa era la razón que queríamos hacer. Una parte en inglés, una parte en español. We are really proud to be the Latino community and be part of only one special community. Gracias, Rafael. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
On to communications from the superintendent.
Good evening, board members, members of the East Aurora community. The first update I have for us is for summer school right now. I'm proud to say that for summer school, for total enrollment pre-K through 8th grade, we have 454 students enrolled. We have 480 students enrolled in our high school programming. This includes traditional summer school as well as ESY. And then on top of that, we have 62 students who have completed summer school at the high school, 9 seniors who have completed summer school working towards graduation. That'll continue to climb as we get closer to summer graduation there. And then we also have implemented some after-school programming or camps for the summer. And we have 208 students who are participating in soccer camp, 75 students participating in basketball camp, 19 students who are in our all-youth leadership academy, and 201 students who are participating in STEM Ignition right now as well. So a lot of good summer programming going on for our kids with a lot of participation right now. So that was the first thing I wanted to report. The second item, 4A2, is summer school graduation. Touched on that briefly. It'll be July 16th at Aurora University at 6 p.m. We encourage all of the board, cabinet members, community to attend and celebrate our summer graduates as well. Next, we have 4A3, which is a motion to approve the safety mapping solution for all district buildings to critical response group in the amount of $86,000. And we went through this last time at our buildings and grounds meeting to talk a little bit specifically about the digital mapping and how it will service our buildings and provide even more increased response time when it comes to local police officers and medical respondents and fire personnel as well. So I've got a motion out there, if there's no questions, to approve the safety mapping solution for all district buildings to critical response group in the amount of $86,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Secretary, please call the roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Thank you. And our next item is 4A4, which is the motion to approve the commercial insurance policies as presented by the Hub Group for the 2025-2026 school year. And once again, this is just our commercial insurance policies, not the insurance as a whole or insurance premiums that go out there. Are there any questions about that before I call a vote?
I didn't get to see this. So what you said it's not our normal insurance? What is it again, Bob?
So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Engel to talk a little bit more about the specifics there, Judd.
It's our collective liability insurance, our workman's comp insurance, our cyber liability, and
Okay.
our property insurance.
Okay.
For
fair
everything.
enough. Okay.
And the reason we're bringing it tonight under the superintendent's agenda and then dropping it right down for action is it has to be embedded by July 1st to make sure we're in place for the fiscal year 26 there.
And you got a couple different quotes, it looks like, right? Hub went out to bid, right?
And a
Right.
lot of this has been bid out specifically, I will say for this year, workman's comp and our cyber liability and auto insurance,
Is
commercial liability as well.
Similar to the year before, the price?
It's up a little bit.
That's
yeah.
fine. Okay,
It's housekeeping at this
Yeah.
point.
that's everything.
Any other questions with that one at all? Okay, so I'll read it one more time. Motion to approve the commercial insurance policies is presented by the Hub Group for the 2025-2026 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
And that concludes my report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5, motion to approve the following consent agenda as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes. Next, we have the Finance and Personnel Committee with Ms. Reyes.
Good afternoon, board members and community members. Buenas tardes a todos. So we had the Finance and Personnel Committee last June 2nd, 2025 at 5:30 PM here in the Administrative Center. And do I need to say who attended? Okay. There were no public comments. We went over some donations. Dr. Engel presented all of the donations received by the district, to which the committee agreed that the donations were in order. We also discussed the FMP committee meeting dates and times. There were no questions, and we moved forward with that. The monthly financial reports, Dr. Engel presented the financial reports for March and April of 2025. There were no questions, so we moved forward. Everything looked in order and we moved forward. Dr. Engel also brought us information regarding the appointment of district treasurer. Dr. Rob Grossi will be retiring this year, so David Ricker will be his replacement. Additionally, Dr. Engel stated that he will be placing a request of recommendation to appoint the new treasurer. We also discussed the certification of treasurer's surety bond. Dr. Engel stated that the finance is requesting a bond of 20 million for the upcoming year, and the request will be taking place for action during the next Board of Education meeting. We also discussed the bank depository. Dr. Engel provided background regarding that depository as it is updated annually. This update permits the district to utilize BMO Harris Bank in an official capacity as Bloom Township of Trustees and Treasurers uses this bank to process accounts payable and payroll transactions. Dr. Engel also brought up the high school grand piano that the district obtained several quotes for the purchase, to which the district will be pursuing a purchase from the Piano Man. We'll be trading in the current high school's piano, grand concert piano. President Cifuentes asked if the district will continue to use the high school's other pianos. Dr. Engel stated that the repair cost would be much higher than to purchase a new one. So that piano will be traded in for the new purchase. Dr. Halverson then confirmed that the trade-in value will offset the cost of the purchase. For the arbiter sports for middle schools, Dr. Engel stated that this item request is a third-party source for referees for district sporting events, and this request in particular will be for middle schools in the district. Dr. Ballard presented a review of revisions to the IASB press board policies. He mentioned updates to language for Title IV, which will be changing per current regulations. Dr. Ballard also stated that there have been changes made to policies 7200 and 7210, which allows students undergoing suspension or expulsion to have a support person or representative of their choosing. This information will be added to suspension and expulsion letters after July 1st. Dr. Ballard continued that policy 7250 will be adding language to identify a person at each school that provides support to parents or students who are victims of domestic or sexual violence. Additionally, Dr. Ballard also mentioned policy 7255, which references program support for parents and/or students of domestic or sexual violence. And so the district will be working together with building leaders once these policies go into effect. We also discussed a request for an emergency approval for one FTE one-on-one special education teacher assistant at the Gonzalez Child Service Center. Dr. Ballard stated that the emergency request is due to a student who meets the requirement for one-on-one teacher assistance. We also discussed the request for 3.16 overloads for PLTW for the fourth quarter at Fred Rogers Magnet Academy. This request is part of a continuation of an overload approved previously, and that this request is seeking approval to pay the remainder of that overload. We also discussed the request of 1.0 FTE dean at Simmons Middle School. This request is to add a dean of students to Simmons Middle School, as it is the largest, and the other middle schools have been provided with that support. President Cifuentes asked if the structure at Simmons will change regarding principal leadership, to which Dr. Ballard responded that the structure will be the same as the other middle schools that currently have deans in place. And with that, the meeting was adjourned at 5:42 p.m. And we have some action items. And like section. Okay. And we do have some action items that we will be approving tonight or seeking approval. Motion to approve the fiscal year resolution to appoint a school district treasurer.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
I do. So I don't remember doing this before. This is because the Bloom Township invests our money and that fellow's retiring, so now we're picking a new person?
So each and every year, you go through and we appoint a district treasurer. It just so happens this year, Dr. Grossi's retiring. He's retiring on June 30th, and this is the first change in Bloom Township's trustees of schools as far as treasurer in 38 years. So
So this fellow watches out for our district?
our district, along with, I want to say 23 others.
That's
like-
what I was.
Yeah,
okay.
correct.
All right. So that's standard operating procedure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Any other questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
4B2, motion to approve the certification for the amount of treasurer's surety bond.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Olivas,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
4B3, motion to approve the resolution for depositories.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Reyes,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
4B4, motion to approve the quote from Piano Man for East High School in the amount of $20,387.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
LaShay,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
4B5, motion to approve one FTE one-to-one special education teacher assistant for the Gonzalez Child Service Center.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
LaShay,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes. 4B6, motion to approve the 3-year agreement with Arbiter in the amount of $12,004.96.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
We're gonna move on to Curriculum and Program Committee with Ms. Valencia.
The curriculum committee meeting, well, we met this evening at 6 PM here at the Administrative Center. We will provide the details at the next regular board meeting, and that will happen July 28th at 6 PM here in the Administrative Building.
Thank you. All right, next on to Buildings and Ground Committee with Mr. Lopshi.
Yep. So Buildings and Ground Committee met June 2nd, right here. I'll go through the items. Dr. Magazzini gave us an update on a lot of the construction projects. The district would like to have a formal request process for handling tree or bench as in memorandum, in memorials. How do you say that? Yeah. So we're gonna look into that. District's gonna look into purchase 2 vans, which we're gonna have an action item for tonight. Dr. Magazzini talked about the IT department gathering quotes to purchase management software to monitor the safety and security of the district's information. Gonna have an action item about that. We talked about the meeting dates for the next fiscal year, resolution for the sale, recycle of old unusable copiers and IT devices. We talked about the work order summary and the performance on that. Then we had an executive session, and we have a couple action items. First is a motion to approve the purchase of 2 vehicles, cargo vans from Curry Motors in the amount of $104,934.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Valencia,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Next is a motion to approve the purchase of Cassia Dark Web, Pen Test, and Bull Scan Security Management System for a 3-year agreement in the amount of $44,356.06.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Reyes,
Yes.
LaShay,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
And finally, motion to approve the sale of personal property, IT equipment, and unusable IT devices.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
LaShay,
Yes.
Reyes,
Yes.
Olivas,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Valencia,
Yes.
Our next meeting is Monday, July 7th at 5:30 right here. Over to you.
Thank you. Can I please have a motion to executive session for the purpose of discussing student discipline, safety, and security, pending litigation, and appointment, employment, performance, compensation, and dismissal of a specific employee?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Secretary, please call the roll.
Yes.
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 Reyes,
Yes.
Yes. And there will be action resulting from executive session.
That was fast.
Can I get a motion to reconvene from closed session, please?
So moved. Second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Valencia,
Here?
Olivas.
Yes.
Reyes. Yes. Johnson.
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
Ms. Lofty?
Be it resolved that this Board of Education, after considering the evidence presented by the hearing officer, hereby upholds the recommendation for alternative placement to Core Academy in lieu of expulsion for student 349-639-930 of Simmons Middle School for school year 2025 to 2026 to include summer school 2025 and 2026. Should said student fail to attend the alternative education setting, the expulsion will be immediately enacted for the remainder of the expulsion term without further action by the Board of Education. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be sent to the parents of said student and duly recorded in the official minutes of this Board of Education, School District 131, dated this 16th day of June, 2025.
10A, motion to approve the resolution for student number 3496-39930.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Secretary, please call the roll. Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
Reyes.
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
10B, motion to approve the resolution for the honorable dismissal of educational support personnel.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
Wait,
Secretary, please call the roll.
hold on one second. What is this? What's this? This is different than this? What was your?
That's another resolution that's on your agenda. Board packet? No.
All right, I know which one you're talking about. Fair enough.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Reyes.
Yes.
Valencia.
Yes?
Johnson.
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes. All right. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Valencia. Valencia.
Yes?
Reyes.
Yes.
LaShay.
Yes.
Olivas.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.